Hi, my name is Andre Rack, and I'm going to apply a little bit of logic for the Young Turks. Now, today I'm reviewing something from back in 2009. Unfortunately, I have some difficulties in finding more recent examples of wrongs, so I am kind of focused right now on a little bit of the old stuff. I'm going to try to find the new and keep updating and following so that I can, try to get them right on the spot. But for now, I'm just going to kind of practice up anyways on these ones. And really, from April 2nd, 2009, man calls 911 while his girlfriend bites him. Um, yeah. So first point right off the bat, I think it was good actually that Anna was there. She tends to be a more balanced view and tends to keep Cenk in check. Cenk in check, man. But it's true. She'll usually come forward with a more neutral view or something of the sort that I actually appreciate quite a bit. So thank you, Anna, for adding, a bit more sanity. So starting it off, Chang openly mocking this man. I gotta say, it's not really funny. Uh, you might think so. You might think, oh, the way that he's yelling, But let's be honest here. Just because a man is effeminate, it's not funny. Okay, that's not funny in any case. It's a person being attacked. Had it been a woman with a man's voice, would that have been funnier? Would that have been also funny? I'm just, like it's essentially like, oh, anybody who has a funny voice. I think you're really taking away, and in some way it's kind of a psychotic thing. I think when you're taking the actual seriousness of something, which is quite serious for him. I mean, that is a serious problem, being attacked like that and bitten. Like, it, I'll tell you, it's not very good when you're getting bitten like that. There's a lot of risks. Yeah, okay, infection is about the worst of it, but on top of it, she could bite into nerve endings. It's really any kind of screaming. To me, I tend to cringe at when somebody yells in pain, screams out in pain. So I don't understand why other people don't. I don't understand why you don't particularly, because it's quite an awful experience, and I think you were very inappropriate. Imitating is not funny. I don't know. Maybe you were just in such a good mood and kind of giddily, and I understand. Sometimes I get like that myself, and I can do inappropriate things and mock things and such like that, and it's I guess inappropriate. It's wrong. Um, you know. Okay. Now, of course, the thing I really dislike the quote. This is already awesome, by the way. Um, I'm not sure what that means, but I didn't really like it. I think that it has more to do with you were trying to. I think you just found it entertaining. You think it's funny when a man gets attacked by a woman, but in the situation where the man and the woman is about the same size, or say the woman is it can be a tough person. Women can, even though they're not naturally built to be stronger than men, in some cases they are. They're stronger, and it's nothing to take lightly, especially in the case where they are emotionally charged and attacking. Especially when the man says she has a record of violence. A record of violence indicates that she's experienced with violence, that she's experienced in projecting it, and basically taking it out on people, and that is not something to take lightly. That is actually a very serious thing. Um, and again, I guess I'm focusing on the negatives here. It's my last negative point, basically saying 9 out of 10 times it's the man hurting the woman. I disagree. I think majority of the times it's physically the woman hurting or attacking the man. Most times it doesn't matter. Men don't care. Men don't really feel it much because it just bounces off them most times. I'm sure of that. I'm also sure that there are times where it's excessive and it doesn't get reported. It never gets reported. I can't imagine a single male friend of mine ever reporting it. I can't imagine myself ever reporting it. Quite frankly, what I would do, I mean, I sure as heck wouldn't be talking to the police about it. Um, you know, if I felt in such a need to do something about it, I might involve somebody, but I would sure as heck not be reporting it. It's very rare, and that's a very common trend with men. They're very proud. Most people would hide it away, and it would be a shame for them forever. And that's the general case. So I really felt against that whole 9 out of 10 times spiel. That's garbage. You flat out are throwing out numbers like Bill O'Reilly, and that's garbage. You can't do things like that. So, okay, next neutral point would be basically, personally, in my area, where I'm from, my city, all prank calls are responded to. They actually respond to these prank calls. Every one of them. The reason why is because, one, it brings the number of prank calls to a minimum. If you're taking a cop out of one scene to pull them into something else, well, that's not what we do in our town. What we do in our city is we actually, if there's a cop doing something, we get a cop who's not doing something, and there's always a cop not doing something. That's a situation that doesn't happen. You understand? It's always enough people for all the things that are going on, and if something's really dragging out and they're low on free officers around the area, what they do is they go, okay, well, I don't need to be here for this, and we're kind of busy, so you please report this. Most accidents, for example, is an example. Like they go, okay, can you take it off the road? You're good, fine, I'm out, right? They go there, they write a report maybe, and then they're out because it's quick. They try to make it quick. So, okay, my neutral point on that. Not anything against the Turks on this, of course, and I'm okay with that. Yeah, and of course, the other reason why is safety. If actually something is going wrong, even in the cases where it seems like it's a prank, or they might interpret it as a prank all of a sudden, and they're like, this isn't right. It's still got that off chance that they're actually serious, and it's absurd. We can't. It's just something strange about it. Maybe the person's messed up and they're hallucinating. But in that case, it's still a good reason to send a cop. So I guess this is kind of going in a more preachy, non-focused on critiquing you kind of thing. That's okay. The other thing I got to say, good point. You say just send the police. You blurt it out, and I appreciate that at least. You obviously at least had enough sympathy to say, what the heck, this guy should at least be assisted. He seems to be distressed. They should send a cop just at least to solve the problem, to stop whatever's going on, in case things do escalate. It's true. And yeah, so I'll give you that. But I am trying to kind of, I can't, I guess I have to go with the good because I hate being negative all the time, right? So that's really what happens there. So yeah, that's what I got to say. Thank you.